Hello children. Student took an unknown substance into a beaker. The substance took the shape of the beaker. Later, he transferred the substance into a measuring cylinder. Okay. The substance took the shape of the cylinder, but its volume remained the same. What is the state of this substance? So, what is substance, children? Any material. Here, one of your friend has taken some unknown material, okay, into a beaker. A beaker is some type of a container, okay, and whatever material he has taken, so when he put that material into that particular container, that material took the shape of that particular container, okay. Later what did he do? He transferred it to another container, another measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder in the sense where the measurement is there. So first he measured like how much was that material, and he put that material in one beaker. Then he transferred it into another measuring cylinder where there is where we can calculate the measure of that particular substance, okay. And the substance, what happened, that again took the shape of that particular material. Suppose first it was like this, okay, so this was the material, again this was the measuring okay, measuring container, and again he just put this, again it took this shape, okay. The shape of the cylinder or the shape of the substance, it has changed, but the volume remained the same. The volume remained the same. Volume is nothing but what, children, here? Volume is the measurement. Suppose if it is in liter, okay, if we calculate it with, measure it with liters, it is like at the same liters only. What is the state of the subject? So which type of matter is this? Is it solid? Is it gas? Is it liquid, or all? And the answer is what, children? C. No, liquid. So why? Because liquid only can take the shape of any container without changing the volume. No, it doesn't have a definite shape, but the volume will be remaining the same. So that is why liquid is the correct answer. Clear, children? And the seventh question is, the state of water in the first beaker is. The state of water in the first beaker is, okay. See here you have got again 3 beakers, that is 3 containers. So first beaker, how it is in the ice form. Second beaker, the substance of water is of water is in water form only, liquid, that is. Third one is in steam, okay, steam. So the state of water in the first beaker, how it is? Ice, no. So ice is nothing but solid here. Ice is solid here. So B is the correct answer. Clear, children? Either water, this is liquid, second one is liquid, and third one is gas. First one is solid. Clear? Now, we will continue with the 8th question now. To obtain water from water vapor, we should dash the water vapor. To obtain water, okay, from water vapor, what we have to do? We should dash the water vapor. We should heat, or we should evaporate, or we should condense, or we should do nothing. What we have to do, children? We should condense. C is the correct answer. No, from water vapor when it gets cooled down to the room temperature, again it is going to become as water. Gas becomes to again liquid. Okay, so condense. This process is called as condensation. Clear? C is the answer. 9th question. Which of the following is wrong? So here some equations are there. What are they? Solid after heating it turns as liquid. Liquid after cooling it turns as solid. Solid after cooling it turns as gas. And liquid after heating it turns as gas. What will be the correct answer, children? I mean, correct answer in the sense, which statement is wrong? That is B statement. Solid after cooling down, gas. So this is wrong. So this is our answer. Clear, children? Now, we will move on to the 10th question. Which of the following figures shows the arrangement of molecules for solids? So here you can see four type of pictures where you can see the molecules how they are in this particular picture. Like some molecules are far away from each other, some are little far away from each other, some no, they are like that. So some molecules are attached to each other and some are completely attached very close to each other without having much space between them. Okay, so in solid state, how do the arrangement of the molecules will be? Okay, how are the molecules arranged? So in solid state, what happened, children? So the molecules, they are going to have a force of attraction among each other. Okay, so because of that, they are very close to one another. Okay, remember, in solid state, the force of attraction among the molecules is very high. So that is why they are very close. For like magnet, no, magnet has force of attraction where it is going to attract the other substance. Same like that here also, it's very close molecules. So in which picture do you get these? In where you have the molecules very close to each other? In D. So that is why D is the answer. Clear, children? Now 11th question. Ankur has two glasses. One glass is filled with ice cubes and the other is filled with water. Which of the following states that ice is different from water? Okay, see, in two glasses, Ankur is having two glasses. One is filled with ice cubes and other is filled with water. Which is the following states that ice is different from water? Okay, the glass with ice cubes is colder than with the water. Water is liquid and the ice cubes are solid. Water fills more of the glass than ice cubes. All of these. Okay, and the answer is all of these, children. See, if you observe the difference from these two, ice cubes and water, the glass which is having ice cubes will be more cool than the water. No, if you touch the ice cubes glass, you feel very cold. No, and the second one is water is liquid and ice cubes are solid forms. Okay, and the third one is water is going to fill more in the glass than the ice cubes. When you put the same measurement or same quantity of ice cubes and glass, water will be occupying more space than ice. So that is why all of this is the correct answer. That is D option. Clear? Now, we'll go with the 12th question. On cooling, water becomes ice. That is a solid state. Liquids take the shape of the container and it fills more of the glass. Okay. Name the solutes which are soluble in water. So which is going to solute. Solvent is like in which it is going to solve. Okay. Solutes is which are going to dissolve in water. Okay. See here. So name the solutes which are soluble in water, which are going to dissolve in water, that we have to name it here. So we have got sand, sugar, then salt, water, oxygen. Okay. So what is going to be dissolved in water, children? Like sugar. Sugar in water, it is going to dissolve. Okay. And also salt in water, it is also going to dissolve. Okay. See whether these three, they do not dissolve. Okay. So that is why sugar and salt is the answer. That is D option. Clear? Now, 13th question. Identify the substance that does not get dissolved in water. Identify the substance that does not dissolve in water. Just now we have seen in that which are not going to dissolve in water. Is it sand, is it sand, oxygen, water, or sugar, which does not dissolve in water? And the answer is sand, children. Okay, A option. 14th question. A student took 20 milliliters of water in a beaker and dissolved 2 teaspoons of sugar in it. Okay, a student took 20 milliliters of water in a beaker. Okay, and he dissolved 2 teaspoons full of sugar in it. When he checked the volume, to his surprise, the volume remained same at 20 milliliters. Can you guess the reason? See, you have taken water and in that you have added sugar. little sugar, okay, and that sugar again is going to dissolve in the water. So now because you have added something, you feel that the volume, that is the measurement of the water, is going to increase. But here, for your surprise, again after measuring, as it is, the water remained the same. That is, before also it was 20 milliliters, after adding sugar also it is 20 milliliters. Now, why is this happening? What is the reason? Okay, so sugar did not actually dissolve in the water. Sugar evaporated. Sugar occupied the empty spaces in between the molecules of water. Sugar has zero volume. Okay, and the answer is here. The sugar occupied the empty spaces in between the molecules of water. So in liquid, children, the molecules are not very close as in the solids. So they will be having space in between the molecules. So what happens is, this sugar, it is going to occupy the space between the molecules in the water. So that is why the volume has not increased. The water measurement is the same. That is, the volume of water is the same. Clear, children? Okay. Yes, now. So C is the answer. Now, 15th question. A student took water and dissolved some salt in it. Later, she placed the salty water under sunlight for 3 days. She found only crystals of salt but no water. The process demonstrated in the above experiment is, see here. So again, one student took water which is dissolved, where she dissolved some salt in it, okay. And what did she do? She placed this salty water under the sunlight for 3 days. Sunlight is what? Sunlight is, it is exposing to air, one thing is, and it is also exposing to heat. No. And after 3 days, what happened? She found only crystals of salt. Crystals of salt, like you have the white crystals of salt. No, only that were there, but water was not there. So by this experiment, what are you going to demonstrate? What you are going to learn? Okay, so is it filtration? Is it boiling? Or is it condensation? Or is it evaporation? So what is this process convey us? Okay, and the answer is, it is evaporation. Because of this evaporation, by the heat and also the air, no, because it was under the sunlight, so water has completely evaporated and only salt is remained as crystals. This process is nothing but evaporation. Clear, children? Yes. And the 16th question. Which of the following states of matter has the strongest forces of attraction between its molecules? Which of the following states of matter? You are having 3 states of matter, liquid, solid and gas. So which has got the strongest force of attraction between its molecules? Even before also we had this same type of question. Okay. So and the answer is solid. Now we have learnt that solid have got strongest forces of attraction. That is why they are very close to each other. So A is the answer, children. Clear? The definite volume and which has a definite shape. Okay, so is it water, sugar, oxygen or steam? Okay, children. So what is it? So what does what type of material will be this? Okay, it is not gas, it is not evaporation. Okay, it is not vapor, it is not liquid. Okay, and only thing is solid now. So which has definite volume and which has definite shape. That is here sugar. Clear? B is the correct answer. Clear, children? Now, the next question, 23rd one. Lucky left a cup of hot coffee on his table. He noticed something rising out of the surface of the coffee. Which of the following describes correctly how the particles are arranged at P and Q? Particles are what here? Particles are the molecules. No, particles are molecules. And here you have P and Q both. Okay, P and Q. So here in this vapor you can see the P molecules, and again this coffee, in this substance you can see the Q molecules. Okay, so Q is nothing but liquid, P is gas. Okay, this you have to identify. P is gas. Why? Because it is vapor. Q is coffee, that is liquid. Okay, so in this particular form, how are the molecules arranged? Okay, let us see. So in gas what happens? The particles are arranged very closely. No, and in liquid they are not that much close. They are not that much close. Okay, so where you do get this answer here? In D option. See, particle P is far apart, not very close. Okay, not very close in the sense they are very far away from each other in gas. Particles at Q, they are not very close. Okay, so that is why D is the correct answer. Understood, children? Okay, so P, that is in gas form, particles are very far away from each other, that is the molecules are very far away from each other, and in liquid form the molecules are not so closely with each other, okay, as in solids. So that is why D is the answer. Okay, and now 24th question. Which of the following labeled arrows in the given figure represents the process of evaporation? Which of the following labeled arrows? Here you are having labeled arrows, above arrow, down arrow, no, these arrows. So what are these labeled arrows in the given figure represent the process of evaporation? Okay, so like if you see, first solid is going to change as liquid, again this liquid is going to change as gas. No, is and this where it is going to change as gas, which arrow? This is S arrow. S arrow, because liquid is going to change as gas. So S is representing the process of evaporation. Clear, children? Now 25th question. Which of the following can increase in volume when air is blown into it? So you have got four materials, that is objects here, a kettle, book and a spinner and also a balloon. No, spin and balloon. So in which material is the air blown into? Okay, so and which is, yes, just a minute. So which can increase in volume? Which can increase in volume when the air is going to blow into it? So the answer is, everybody know this? What is the answer? Yes, it is balloon. So when you blow air into the balloon, it is going to increase the size. No, the size of the balloon is going to increase. So D is our answer. Clear, children? Now 26th question. Which of the following transformations is occurring in the given below? See, here in this, these are the molecules, that is the particles. Here they are very close together, and here they are having space in between each other. Okay, so what you can observe here, what is the transformation is going to take place from very close molecules to little far away molecules. Okay, is it condensation, melting, evaporation or boiling? And the answer is melting. Why? In melting, when solid, that is the molecules which are very close together, when they are melt, they are going to take a form of liquid where the molecules are not too close away from each other. Okay, so melting is our answer. Clear, children? So this is what we have learned, children, in today's session. Hope you have understood all this. So we are going to continue with much more questions in the next session. Until then, take care.